Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Seniors Parents Night, high school football season of 2022. At this time, we'd like to recognize the seniors, first of all, the cheerleaders, a young lady, Brianna Wilhelm, and she was not able to attend tonight because she was ill. Her favorite memory was becoming co-captain. The other senior cheerleader is Trinity Berlin, escorted by Cassandra Herwire and Jamie Gann. Favorite memory, the excitement of Bree and her finding out they were chosen as co-captains. And now the manager of the football team, Sydney Flynn. She is escorted by Abby Hooker. Her favorite memory is seeing everyone get hyped before and after the games. Next is number 73, Mac Bonico, escorted by Amy and Doug Bonico. Favorite memory, all the pancake blocks and celebrating them with the offensive line and celebrating touchdowns with Connor. Next is number 67, Spencer Reed, escorted by Heather and Randy Reed. Favorite memory is beating Everett in the playoffs last year after losing to them in the regular season. Next is number 62, Judah Leonard, being escorted by Corlin and Ryan Leonard. Favorite memory is the first half of the Lake City game this year. Next is Connor McLain. He's being escorted by his sister, Miss Molly McLain. His parents, Doug and Melissa, could not be here tonight. They're in Florida visiting his son graduating from school there. His favorite memory was scoring the two-point conversion, catch against Everett. Number 24, Eli Baker, escorted by Lacey Baker and Chris Sprout. Favorite memory is scoring 5 touchdowns against Roscommon his junior year. Next is number 17, Caleb Kohlhaus, escorted by Laura and Rob Kohlhaus. Favorite memory is being part of the team and the time spent together at practice. Number 6 is Calvin McGillis, escorted by Tricia and Bobby McGillis. His favorite memory was playing football with his brother and with the Rodenbaugh. Number 3, Braylon Pace, escorted by his mom Alicia, his sister Traylon Pace, Kara and Ryan Pace. Favorite memory is making a new family with my teammates my freshman year. Number 2 is Isaac Boss, escorted by Dana and El Boss. His favorite memory this year against Roscommon, he had 2 touchdowns, an interception and just under 200 yards in the game. Next is number 1, Caleb Abbott, escorted by Melissa and Michael Abbott. Favorite memory, coming back and beating Everett in the playoffs last year. Our seniors have endured a pandemic in the early days of high school football. Our seniors have had many moments to last a lifetime, and it's been awesome to have the opportunity to play the great game of football. Our seniors have shown great flexibility, durability, and resiliency. Thank you, parents, for the many days of driving our players to practice, game night, team meals, and all the ways in which you have supported our seniors throughout their careers. Coaches and fellow teammates and fans, let's salute our seniors and their parents for their hard work. a heads up to the fans in the bleachers tonight. Various times, the JV football players will be coming through the crowd and looking for donations in a donation helmet. They are collecting funds for Isaiah Benavides and his family. Please keep the Benavides family in your prayers. McBain High School. Welcome to our high school and the varsity football game tonight between the Manton Rangers and the McBain Ramblers. Will you please stand with the McBain High School band, our national anthem?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this amazing afternoon for football. Tonight we got the McBain Ramblers going against the Manton Rangers. Now, this game, McBain, they came off of a win against Pine River, 56-0. Wow, that game was just a butt whooping. Me and Peyton were there, and it was very cold. But luckily, shouldn't be as cool as it was there tonight. And then Manton. I'm sorry, Manton fans, but I do not know what your last game was.
Actually, I was at that game. With the final score, they played Beale City. The final score of that game was Beale City 71, Manton 0.
Oh. So, well, I guess this Manton could probably get all that like anger and stuff from last one and probably pull off a win tonight and beat the McBain Ramblers.
Well, Beale City is top of the Highland Conference. They're undefeated. I believe they're 6-0.
Well, it's kicked off and that is recovered by McBain. Wow, that was very fast. And it was a great kick by, I think Calvin McGillis kicked the ball. Great kick to kick it right up the middle, and he kicked it with such power and ferocity that it caused the guy to like drop it a little bit. And now McBain has the ball. An excellent field yardage and field position. Now they can hopefully use this drive and score a touchdown very quickly. Braylon Pace under center. It looks like a T formation. Snaps the ball, hands it off to Isaac Boss. Isaac Boss runs right up the middle and scores a touchdown on the game-opening play. Wow. That was unexpected. The offensive line on that play did an amazing job.
Yeah, it was a wide open, and Isaac Boss just had a straight shot right to the end zone. Nice. I think it was about a 40-yard run for the touchdown. First play, first drive. Very, very well done.
Yes, very well done. And Isaac Boss has many names. We say that he has the legs of Marshawn Lynch, the arm of Derrick Henry, and the moves of Saquon Barkley. So he just showed off the speed right there. I should give him the speed of Tyreek Hill now. And now I think the McBain Ramblers are going to go for 2. Braylon Pace.
It looks like they're going for the extra point.
Oh, they're going for the extra point.
Calvin McGillis is going to kick it, it looks like.
Huh. And the kick is a little bit short, and that will be no good. Score is still 6-0. But wow, that drive, that was an incredible drive. First kickoff, they got the recovery, and then they just first play of the game, they scored a touchdown and are now up 6-0. Manton's, I can already tell it's going to be a rough day for Manton.
Yeah.
But now hopefully the same mistake doesn't happen last time on kickoff, and Manton's able to get the ball, have a little bit of breathing room, be able to go down the field and score a touchdown.
Right, it's just a little bit of Friday night like nervousness. I can't think of a word at the moment, but just a little nervous for the Friday night lights. That's all.
Aren't we all? Calvin McGillis back to kick the ball. It is an onside kick, and it is recovered by Manton. I think number 24, Lincoln Hicks, was able to recover the kick, and now Manton's in very decent field yardage. They're about at the 48-yard line and are really close to that elusive touchdown. Under center, number 13, Nathan Winters. And there is no flag on the play after a little bit of a jump. Motion, they hand it off to number 8, and he was brought down quickly by the McBain defensive line.
Still looks like they got about a gain of 2. It was number 8, Leon Barber.
Leon Barber, I could just see from up here. He looks like a pretty big guy. And looks like a powerful runner. I mean, in the game against Everett, I could see their running back did a lot for them. He was just big, he was strong, and he would just truck guys out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just very good. He just looks like a good runner.
Yeah, in that game against Beale City last week, he had a couple big runs, had about 20 yards, a couple plays, just really quick on his feet, just like that. And that was number 5, Logan Baker, for the first down for the Rangers.
Wow, that was that fast. That play went by very, very fast, and that was just a great run by the Manton Rangers. I mean, the offensive line did absolutely great blocking schemes. They were able to get up the yards closer to the touchdown. Just a great play by the Manton Rangers altogether.
Winters under center. Looks like a little bit of confusion. Looking over to the coach for the play. Gets the snap, hands it right off the. Or no, it's a screen pass.
And then he is tackled by a boatload of Ramblers. The McBain defensive line, or like I like to call them, the wall, just are been doing great all season. I mean, they're just like a brick wall. You can't get past them, and then the backfield, they just do a great job of just rushing in really quick, be able to get the tackle and prevent big gains from happening. Just a great play by the McBain defense. Number 13 under center again. 13, Nathan Winters. And does a little handoff, and I think it Now, that play was another great defensive play by the McBain Ramblers. Their defensive line is just like relentless, and their defense has been great all season. Number 13, Nathan Winters under center again. Goes back to pass, does a pump fake, throws it to number 20. It is complete to number 20, Connor Garnor. And now it will be 4th down and 4 to go.
It's going to be 4th down and 2 for Manton. On the stop, number 22, Jacob Billis.
8 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Looks like Manton's going to try to go for it. They are on their own 30, so even if they don't get it, they don't lose a whole bunch of yards to the Ramblers.
No, they do not at all. Bain just a little bit at the line, a little bit jumpy today. I think that's a QB sneak right up the middle, and
it looks like they might have gotten it. I can't really tell from this angle.
I think they got it.
They did. And there's the ref.
Just the good old QB sneak. Just a great play made famous in the Ice Bowl between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys in 19. I don't know what year it was off the bat, but it was a famous play made by him, and they just showed that famous play and were able to get the first down off of it.
Winters under center. Looks like we got a receiver near side and far side. Running back in the back. Gets the snap. Keeps it himself.
Pitches it to number 5, and he is brought down by number 24. I think that's
Elijah Baker.
Elijah Baker, after his 3rd week from his devastating injury, and he's been playing phenomenal. I mean, his first game back, he rushed for I think over 100 yards, and he scored 2 touchdowns. It was just an amazing show after coming back from such a devastating injury.
And they just called a personal foul on the Ramblers. They get about, I think it's 10 yards. And I think it's an automatic first down.
He's spotted outside the 15-yard
Now
line.
that is not what you want to see on the defensive side of the ball, because now you just gave up a lot of yardage, and then the opponent is closer to the end zone, which is it's not good, ladies and gentlemen, not good at all.
On the 15-yard line of McBain.
Nathan Winters under center again. Looks like they have two wide receivers out to the left. A little bit of motion. They hand it off to number. I think that's number 8. Number 8, Leon Barber.
There's a flag on the play.
Number 8, the ball carrier, Leon Barber. There's a flag on the field.
I don't know what that illegal procedure on the Rangers. I know a lot of calls, and I know a lot of penalty calls in football, but I've never seen that one before.
Me neither, and I've seen like a couple now since my time of doing broadcasting of football, but that one I've never seen.
Yeah, in my 4 or 5 years of broadcasting football, I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. But it was, I believe, what was it, illegal formation or illegal movement or something like that on the Rangers?
Don't know. Hunter Reform under center. Nathan Winters pitches it to number 1, and he gets a large amount of yards and just gets a big hit from number 20, Landon Keller. That was just a great play by the man offense. Their blocking scheme was incredible, and there's the trick plays. They like to do the pitches, just like something I would do in Madden, and just number 1. Andrew Phillips was able to get a large amount of yards with that and get closer to the first down.
All right, we are coming into 6 minutes left in this first quarter. It is 2nd and 8 for the Rangers on their own 13. And it'll be Winters under center. Looks like we got 2 receivers near side.
Looks like he's telling the guys what to do. Motion, and then he hands it off right up the gut to number 8, Blaine Hutch. Number 8, Leon Barber, and he's able to get a decent amount of yards. Now they're halfway. About halfway to the first down.
Number 60, Wyatt Zyderberg.
Mac Bonico coming into the game. Nathan Winters under center again. Got 2 receivers out to left and right in motion. They hand it off right up the gut to number. Well, nope, that was it fooled me really well. And they hand it off to number 12. No, wait, no, it's number 13, Nathan Winters, and stopped just short of the goal line and closer to that luxurious, elusive, and amazing touchdown.
It's first and goal for the Rangers from the 1-yard line.
Rangers on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. Let's see if they can punch it in.
If they punch it in, they possibly have a chance to take the lead by either kicking an extra point or going for 2. Looks like they got 2 wide receivers out to the right. Hunter underneath center and hands it off to number. Oh, it looks like there was a little fumble, but he is down about short of the goal line. That was number 8, Leon Barber, for the carry.
Couldn't quite punch it in.
The McBain defensive line did a great job of being able to get in there, prevent him, like tackling his legs, preventing him to get any further. And it looks like he almost fumbled the ball in the end zone, which that is just heartbreaking when that happens. But luckily, they said he was down before he was able to drop it, and now the Manton Rangers got a second chance to be able to score a touchdown here. Number 13, Nathan Winters under center again. Motion. Hands it off right up the middle to number 8. Right up to number Leon Barber. And it looks like it is a Manton Ranger touchdown. The Manton Rangers just did a great drive right there. I mean, it took a little bit. It took about half of the first quarter, but it got the job done, and now they got a touchdown. And it looks like they're going to go for one. It's a smart move because, I mean, they only just need to get 1 point because McBain missed their one field goal. So this is just a smart move. I mean, going for 2 is just like, why would you do that when you could go for 1? And number seven, Jarrett Lenny Skillmit to kick the ball, and it looks like it is good. And now the score is McBain Ramblers 6, Manton Rangers 7. But how do you want to summarize that drive overall?
Well, the Rangers did really well. It took them, like you said, it took them a little bit of time, but they just kept at it and kept that persistence because they wanted to score. And obviously that's the point of football, but they just kept going no matter what. There was a couple penalties, and that didn't even bother them. They just kept going hard until they got to the end zone. And for the Ramblers, their defense was great. They had a couple of big stops, like you said, on that line. It's like a brick wall. They stopped them short a couple times. They even held Manton to a 4th down. Unfortunately, Manton did convert. But it looks like it'll be number 7, Lenny Schmidt, for the Rangers to kick off. And Isaac Boss will be in the back to receive the kick.
Ball is kicked, and it's a short kick, and I think Manton has gotten the ball after a little bit confusion. I thought McBain got it, but Manton has gotten the ball, and they now have their second chance to bring their lead up by another 6 points. And that is just, I mean, that they just got a bunch of momentum now from scoring that last touchdown, and they just got, their adrenaline is probably off the hooks right now. And just that play, that is what they needed. And now, Manton Rangers, the McBain Ramblers are not in a good situation at all.
Rangers have great field position. This is about where they started last drive, and then they ended up with 7 points. So let's see how this one goes.
Nathan Winters under center again. Motion, he hands it off to number 8, right up the gut. He hands it off to number 8, Leon Barber, right up the gut. And it looks like it is stopped a couple of yards, and it will not be a big gain at all.
Number 8, Leon Barber, the ball carrier, gain of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
The McBain defense did a great job right there. They were able to stop the Manton Rangers from getting any large amount of yards, and they just did an incredible job. And hopefully they can keep that up the rest of the game and stop the Manton Rangers just right here. Nathan Winters under center. Motion, he hands it off to number 1, Andrew Phillips. And it looks like it is short of the first down, but just an amazing gain.
Gain of about 6 yards, yeah.
Just an amazing run by the Manton Rangers.
Any 6-yard run is a good run. You don't need to get 10 yards every time. Like you said, 6 yards, that's perfect. Because you got to think, if you have 3 sets to try to get to that first down, you get 2 6-yard runs, that's 12 yards. You're there.
And just the Manton Ranger offensive line just is doing amazing. Did amazing on that, being able to open up a hole for Phillips to just run right down. 3rd and 1 yard to go. They hand it off right up the gut to number 8, and it looks like he somewhat sheds one tackle, but then is brought down by I think number 44, Bryce Acom. Bryce Acom just using his small stature and just speed to be able to get in there really fast and just get the tackle. He's a small guy. I mean, like someone like the bigger guys, they can't really see him because one, he's shorter than you, and second, he's faster than you.
He's very fast.
And so it's just hard to stop him.
I know a lot of last year he had a lot of sacks because, like you said, he's just small and fast, and he just got right through that line and just got him. Or sometimes he'd stop the running back about 3 yards short of the line of scrimmage.
And jump on the McBain Ramblers, and Manton they like doing like the 2 count. I mean, for like couple of like the entire like game, this McBain has been doing a little bit of
Yeah, a
jumping.
little
I
jumpy.
think I don't think Coach Maloney's gonna like that much, and if they, I think regardless they're gonna be running out in the practice field, but just they need to be able to watch the ball and just try, because this is like a couple of times it happens, so they just have to get less trigger happy and just watch the ball and just be patient.
And that was a very smart play by Manton there. It forced him a first down.
Oh, a large gain by number five, Logan Baker. That was just an amazing gain by Logan Baker. Was just got right up the field and was able to get closer to the first down. Oh wait, there is a flag on the play, so all the stuff I just said might have been countered by this flag, depending on who it's on. And I think it was on the Manton Rangers. It's a holding penalty, and
that big gain that he just had just comes right back.
It goes
a little
right
unfortunate.
Back. Yes, very unfortunate. That's just like the one thing you don't want to do when you're on offensive line. It's just when you do it and then you get called out for it, it just makes you feel miserable, and then the back of your mind starts thinking, "Hey, I'm going to get benched right here."
Luckily, it is still first down for the Rangers. 1st and 17. 30 seconds left. Clock is running. It's Winters under center. Hands it off to I believe that's number 5.
And there is a fumble on the play, but it looks like, I think the Manton Rangers might have gotten it back.
It looks like it.
That's those short little fumbles. I mean, you could die for them, but just in my opinion, there's just no point in it because it's like literally right next to the guy that fumbled it, so he could just like quickly just scoop it back up. So it's just, to me, going for those short little fumbles is just not worth it.
And it risks injury.
Yes, it does, because then like a bunch of guys start like piling on top of you, and possibly like if you're all the way at the bottom, you might have like about 500 pounds or something on you. So that just hurt. That would just hurt a lot.
Absolutely.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that is the end of the first quarter. The score is McBain Ramblers 6 and the Manton Rangers 7. That quarter, in general, was just a good starting quarter. I mean, both teams had their drives, and they both had scored at least one touchdown in that drive. And just it showed the McBain Ramblers did an amazing performance of a first play score, or just the first play of the game. They were able to score, and Isaac Boss was able to get the touchdown. But then the Manton Rangers got the ball back, and they were able to score on that play off after like a very long time. And then they did the onside kick and were able to recover the onside kick, and now they have the ball and are having the ability to score twice.
Currently on the 35-yard line, they are pretty close to another 6 points.
Now, this game seems a lot more closer than yesterday. The JV McBain football played the JV Manton Rangers, and it was just a one-sided affair and just a very
down in performance.
Yes, a very down performance. But I played in that game personally, and the Manton Rangers, the entire time, they were very good guys, and they were very sportsmanlike.
It's very good.
Winters under center. Hands it off to number 8. No, it's a pitch, and it's fumbled by it was intended for number 5, Logan Baker, but it seems as if he fumbled it a little bit and was brought down behind the line of scrimmage for
a long third down.
I mean, right here, you can go for it, but most likely they're just going to punt it after this play, because unless something entirely crazy happens and everything I just said is countered by that. But if they don't get it right here, or they get at least in the range, they're probably going to punt it.
So I know the original Rambler Review crew, whenever it was over 15 yards, they called it a country mile. So we call it a 3rd and country mile. Shout out to Kyle and Tucker for that.
It is a pass, and he throws a bomb, Patrick Mahomes, and it is, for a second, I thought number 14 was going to put Isaac Boss on his highlight reel, but nope, Isaac Boss was like, I'm not gonna let you put me on any highlight reel, and was able to just like block the pass from being complete, and it was just a great play by Isaac Boss.
You know, I've been watching Isaac Bass for his entire high school career. He's always been great. He's always been great at that coverage. He's always been able to stop a play like that. I know last year at the regional against TC St. Francis, he had a lot of big stops like that. It was great to watch.
And it looks like Manton Rangers are going for it. This is very surprising. Winters under center, motion, and it is a little like a thing, and it is intercepted by number 1.
That's Caleb Abbott.
Caleb Abbott, and he might bring it all the way.
It looks like it.
He might.
He had a bunch of blockers,
and he
got
brings
it
all the way.
Pick 6
for a McBain Ramblers touchdown.
Offense didn't even need to come out on the field. Great defense, and it led straight to that good offense.
It was just a phenomenal play. He read the quarterback's eyes like they were a book. Just like the number one thing about linebackers, you want to watch those eyes of where the quarterback is looking. And he read that just like a book, and was able to intercept the pass and run it back for a pick 6.
You know, he kind of, when he caught it, he kind of fumbled a little bit. I didn't think he was going to get full possession of it, but he sure did. He grabbed it and just ran, turned on the Jets.
Right when he got it, like you said, he turned on the Jets and just was gone. And I think McBain might go for, they are going for 2, and it looks like they are in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers on each side. Handoff to Elijah Baker, and he dips and dives and is able to get in there for a 2-point conversion.
Walks in untouched.
He did a little bit of a side move on that one guy, made him go flying past him, and that was just a great play in general. But now the tides have turned, and McBain is in the lead by a touchdown. And that was just a great defensive play by McBain. That's gonna be on his highlight reel for the rest of his life. He's gonna be showing his kids that one day and be like, yeah, I did that.
Looks like even Coach Maloney's getting hyping up his players there. Tell them to keep going. Good momentum. Keep it going.
And the Manton Rangers coach is probably like, okay, so we just threw in a pick 6, but hey, it just happened. So now let's move forward and go into the next play. Now just score on this drive right here, and then we'll be in the lead. I think that's what the Manton Rangers coach told his guys right there. Cal McGillis to kick.
Back deep for the Rangers, number 1, Andrew Phillips, along with number 5, Logan Baker.
After an interception like that, as a coach, you just have to tell your players, just calm it down. It's just one touchdown. We can come back. Hey, there's still 10 minutes before halftime. We have plenty of time.
And it is a short kick by Cal McGillis, number 1, and he is tackled by Isaac Boss and is taken at like just great field position for the McBain Ramblers defense. I mean, it's great positioning for the Manton Rangers too, because this is just like more than, because if you typically when you knee it in the end zone in the NFL, you get like 20. You're on the 25-yard line, and they are about on the 30, like
37,
36 or 37-yard line, which is just great field position for like somewhat of both teams. I mean,
and this is where they were when they scored their touchdown. They just kept, like I said, they were persistent. And they just kept going no matter what. Just played hard and just went all the way to that end zone.
Winters under center. Motion. He does a little. I think he hands it off to number 8, Leon Barber.
Leon Barber, the ball carrier.
And gets a good chunk amount of yardage. But just a great play by the McBain defense.
Gain of 4, it'll be second down and 6.
One thing my grandpa used to tell me is that, like, Manton Rangers are down by like a touchdown. One thing my grandpa used to tell me is that it doesn't matter where you start; it matters where you finish.
Right.
And I take those words to my heart. And now, hopefully the Manton Rangers can not worry about where they started, but worry about where they finish. It's a little bit of a pitch to number 5, and he runs up the field and is taken down by a boatload of Ramblers.
Pitch out to number 5, Logan Baker.
And they got the first down, and that was just a great play. Great play by Logan Baker. He was able to use his use like the pitch and able to just build up a bunch of speed to run upfield and get the first down. Just a great play by the Manton Rangers offense. Winters under center again. Motion. And McBain looks like they got a little bit trigger happy. Snap hands it off to number 8. And it looks like they got a good chunkage. Oh, there is a fumble on the play, and McBain was able to recover it.
I didn't even see that. I knew I was about to make a comment how Mac Bonico just broke off his defender and just tackled the running back immediately, but apparently there was a fumble. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that was just, I thought it was just a normal play, but apparently there was a fumble.
McBain in great field position now.
And now time for the Manton Rangers defense to go out there and just try to prove themselves from the last time they were on defense. They made a first play touchdown drive happen, so hopefully they can prevent that from happening this time. And he is taking number 13, just being relentless against that blocker. Number 13, Nathan Winters, the quarterback, able to get the tackle right there and just brought the McBain Ramblers right where they started.
There was a flag on the field.
Oh.
It looks like it was holding on the Ramblers.
That is not a good thing to see at all. Now they're brought back about like 10 yards or 5?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, yeah.
So it's 10 yards from where the ball was placed. So they were already 3 yards past or before the line of scrimmage. So it would have been second down and 13, but now it's going to look like it's going to be, I don't know if it stays first down, but it should be about second and 23. Unless it stays first down, I don't know. It does. It's first down and 20.
And they run right up the middle, and he might go, I think
It's Calvin McGillis. He's going.
And
huge gain.
Sheds a tackle and is still going.
He broke all those tackles.
Calvin McGillis, the freight train, was able to run right up the field and get a touchdown. On the second play of the drive after a holding penalty. I thought the Manton Rangers were going to be able to make a stop right here, but no. McBain Ramblers just said, no, I don't think so, and just ran all the way up the field to score a touchdown. Just a great play by Calvin McGillis.
You got to think, if you have Calvin McGillis coming at you, you got to be pretty scared.
Oh, yeah, you got to be scared.
He's a big guy, and yeah, if he's coming at you full speed, you're going to be scared. He broke, I think, about 5 tackles to score that touchdown.
They hand it off to Isaac Boss, and he is tackled by a posse of Rangers. And it is the 2-point conversion is going to be incomplete, and the score will remain 20-7. McBain Ramblers in the lead. Just the Manton Rangers defense so far, for like the 2 plays that they've been out, they have not been doing good at all. And just they need to get on their A game if they want to win this game, because McBain, they're just, I mean, I get the McBain is just known for running, so they would think, oh, just shut down the middle. But they can also pass too. I mean, I don't think they're as good at passing, but they're just, McBain's known for running, so they need to get better at the run game, Scott, because that's the past 2 plays have been, or the past like touchdowns have all been off of run plays.
Right. McBain's always been, like you said, McBain's always been known for that running game, and Coach Maloney really likes that T formation, and then they all just run their ways, and then someone gets the ball, and they usually get about 6 or 8 yards per run. It's very, very good.
Coach Maloney, in a way, is like addicted to that T formation.
He definitely likes to run it, that's for sure.
A lot.
But hey, it's 20-7 McBain's favor. It's working pretty well tonight.
It is working very well. Calvin McGillis to kick. And it is a short kick to number 12, and he just dives on the ball. I think that's the best thing, because he had like 2 really big guys running towards him, and he might have been little bit.
A little frightened.
Yeah, he might have had a little bit of a boo-boo when he got back up. But the Manton Rangers are in like pretty good field yardage. They're like basically back where they started their last like.
On the 36 or 37, yeah. Seems to be where where they like to start, I guess.
And just Manton Rangers, ever since that one touchdown, they haven't been able to get like a drive off and haven't been able to get on a roll. So hopefully this drive they're able to get on a roll and get closer to the end zone and possibly score a touchdown.
Right.
Winters under center. And he hands it off to number 8, and he is tackled by a boatload of Ramblers.
Well, before he got through that line of scrimmage, Jonathan Sycamore just blasted off of that line. He almost got him, but didn't quite. Looks like he had a hold of his jersey, but couldn't quite get him down. But he absolutely blasted off of that line. Very, very good play. And they still stopped him to only gaining 2 yards.
The Jonathan Sycamore, the freshman, got moved up, and I was able to play with him ever since like 6th grade, and he's just a very good. Football was in his blood. Winters under center again. Motion, and it looks like they did another 2 count.
McBain's still really jumpy.
And they hand off number 5, which he gets a large amount of yards and is hit hard by a lot of Ramblers. Like Manton likes to do those little like 2 counts, and at this point in the game, I would think that the McBain defense would be ready for it, but it does not look like they're ready for it at all, and they've just been really trigger happy, and then also Manton really likes to do those pitch plays. And they've been doing like great so far. They've been working and they've been able to get a large amount of yards.
Right.
Wyatt Sycamore, Wyatt Zyderveen, the freshman, subbed in for Mac Bonico. Winters under center. Motion, and that does a handoff to number 8, and he is able to get the first down and more. Wow, that was just a shoving game right there. It was like a game of tug of war, but instead of pulling, you're pushing. I mean, there might be a game called that, but I don't know the name of that game, so I can't really say anything. But I thought he was a little bit like stumbly at the beginning, so I thought he was gonna trip and like cause a loss of yards, but no, he just dropped his shoulder down and just kept on driving his feet, just using his strong legs to be able to push forward, and with a lot of help from his Ranger buddies, he was able to get a lot of yards.
Yeah. Ramblers call a timeout.
But yesterday, the game between the JV Rangers and the JV McBain Ramblers it was a very one-sided affair. I mean, McBain just absolutely pummeled them, and not to be mean, but the Manton Rangers, I was able to play in the game, and the Manton Rangers are were a great group of guys. I mean, the guy I was lined up against, number 52, just a great guy overall. Me and him had like a really good, I was at defensive end, so me and him just had a really good time. I mean, I couldn't get past him, which that made me a little bit mad, but we just had a great time. They're just very nice dudes, and we beat them by like, I don't even know. I'm just not going to say just the respects for the Manton Rangers, but it was just a very good game. Winters under center. They got 2 wide receivers to the left and right. Motion. And it looks like they're doing their one like a fake count thing, and then the fake motion, they do the handoff. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback keep, and the quarterback using his speed to get the first down. That was just a great play by the quarterback. They read that. Either it was a play or it was just a read, but he just did a great job with that play and was able to get a large amount of yards. Just a great play by the Rangers.
And here go the Rangers again, just being persistent and working hard. Already at their McBain 38 now. With only 6 minutes left before halftime. Winters under center. We have a receiver near side and far side. They snap it off the first. It's Winters keeps it. He goes himself, gets about 4 yards on the play. Very good run.
Another QB keeper by Winters, and he was able to get a large amount of yards from that play, and just it's getting closer, about 2/3 of the way to the first down.
On stop number 55, Caleb Gildy.
Caleb Gildy on the stop there for the Ramblers. A sophomore. And here come the Rangers. Again, same formation. Receiver far side and near side. Winters under center. Hands off to number 5, Baker, and he gets tackled immediately. I don't know who that was, but he blasted off.
I think
it was Calvin McGillis.
Calvin
it looked
McGillis.
like. And absolutely blasted that off that. Seen him coming and just hit him. Got him down.
Calvin McGillis, well, I like to call him like the freight train because he's just a big guy, and usually what the McBain Ramblers, what I see is they like to use him on like short gains. So like if you're like 2 to 5 yards from like a first down, they would just give him the ball because he just uses his big size and just his strength to be able to just punch in there and get the first down. Winters under center again. Motion, and they snap the ball off to number 8, Leon Barber again, and it is stopped short, and it is fourth. Nope, it is a first down for the Manton Rangers.
First down, Rangers.
Just a great job. They only had a small margin to go, and then they just gave it off to old rival Leon Barber just to punch it right in there and get the first down, getting closer to the end zone.
Looking at the roster here for the Rangers, it doesn't look like they have a ton of seniors, a very young team. And it looks like, with a young team, it'll be like McBain like is now. Just a young team, then they just grow and develop into a really, really good team. Winters under center. Keeps it himself, pitches it to number 5. And he's still going. Looks like he might get to the end zone, not quite.
Nope, I think he is stopped short
just
by
short.
Calvin McGillis.
Great gain. Looks like he's inside the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and goal for the Rangers.
Looks like inside the 10-yard line.
That was just a great play by Winters. He was able to rush right up the field and get a large amount of yards, getting closer to the end zone, and possibly is getting closer to getting that elusive. I gotta look up more words for like special, but just the touchdown.
Rangers using the same formation, receiver near and far side. Looks like you said, they're not taking it on 2. They're not snapping on 2.
And Leon Barber just giving the cold shoulder and just grabbing and just having to massacre that guy like that. That's just disrespectful. I'm not going to name the dude that got trucked, but just Leon Barber just doing it the old-fashioned way.
Dropping the shoulder.
Just dropping the shoulder.
Very, very good play from Leon Barber. Getting Manton 6.
Getting Manton 6 and getting closer to the McBain lead. And it looks like they're going to go for 1. I mean, it's a smart move, but, I mean, you know what? It is a smart move. They should not go for 2 because McBain's defense has been really good so far. They kick the ball, and it is, I don't know. I think that
it is good.
It is good, and now they'll be up, and I think the score will be 20 at McBain Ramblers, 14 Manton Rangers. This game so far has been just a very entertaining game. I mean, it's been a close game. It's been like
back and forth almost. McBain scored first, and then Manton scored. I believe they had the onside kick recovery, almost scored again. But then Caleb Abbott with that interception, pick 6, ran all the way back to the end zone. Just very, very good play here from the Ramblers.
Yes.
They're doing very, very well.
Both
teams are doing very well.
They are. Both teams are indeed doing very, very well. Just one thing I want to see is just a bunch of like the since we a bunch of like the guys that got moved up for this game, I want to see those guys play because last time that when they played Pine River, they just did an amazing job. I mean, Caleb Miller just did an amazing job. I mean, in one of our game against Pine River, he tore his jersey to shreds because he was using so much power. He was able to keep the jersey, and I think he put it on a wall mount, and it's in his, I don't know entirely, but that's what I'm speculating. And just I want to see them play because it just shows the next generation of varsity players for this McBain team to see if we have the potential to go farther into the playoffs and possibly bring a championship home. Number 7 to kick, and it is an onside kick, a short one, and it is. I think after like a little bit of bouncing of the ball, I think McBain was able to recover it, which is just great. Now they're in like excellent field position, and just now they're hopefully going for like the last 3 minutes of the game able to score a touchdown.
Well, McBain's offense, they've been able to just punch through Manton's defensive line, just get good runs every play. Well, kind of, because the first play that they scored running, it was Isaac Boss ran just right through the line. And then on the third drive, after Caleb Abbott's interception, it was 2 plays. The first play was a holding penalty, and then they just ran it right up the middle and scored again.
Uh-huh. Bryce under center, and it is a short gain. I think Isaac Boss was given the ball, and they just did a short gain, but just a great job by the Manton Rangers defense. I mean, it looks like they're starting to recover a little bit because, I mean, the first 2 drives have been were like, just a little bit like, well, what's going on? But now it looks like they were able to make a stop, and they look like they're now a little bit. They got their minds cleared a little bit, and it is like little QB keep, and he is tackled by a posse of Rangers.
Number 3, Braylon Pace caught the backfield.
Braylon Pace, the quarterback, was looking for his options. He couldn't see anybody, so he decided to keep the ball for himself and just ran it like somewhat up the gut, but then he fell into the Rangers' trap, and they just swarmed him like a shark. No, wait. Like ravens to a dead animal carcass.
There you go. Manton's defense really stepping it up here.
It looks like this is going to be shotgun formation again. It is a handoff to Calvin McGillis, and Calvin McGillis again showing. Oh, he gets rocked from the back, but that is not going to stop the freight train, and he is still going. And he sheds a lot of tackles.
Takes someone wrapping up his legs so he can stop moving him finally. Calvin McGillis absolutely crazy when he gets that ball.
He was tackled by number 13, Nathan Winters. And Winters, throwing the touchdown passes, is now getting the best tackle of the game to prevent them from getting a touchdown. But just like to be able to stop Calvin McGillis, it's just like, how do you stop a train? Well, you got to hit the engine, or like just stop the thing that's moving it, and just so they just
go for his legs.
Go for his legs.
And the Rangers will take a timeout, and so will we.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in Northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at McLainTransmission.com.
Back after the short ad break. Ramblers have the ball, 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line, looking for the end zone here.
Braylon Pace under center, and Bryce Acom able to get in for the touchdown using his short size and speed. Really just get into the end zone and be able to bring up the lead by even more. Just a great play by the McBain offense.
Broke even more tackles. I don't know what it is with these running backs, but tonight they have like butter on their shorts or something because they're just breaking out all these tackles.
They're just doing a phenomenal job. And I mean, the McBain backfield this year it's just overall great. They got Calvin McGillis, Calvin McGillis, Isaac Boss, and Shorty Bryce Acom.
And don't forget Elijah Baker. He'll step in a couple times too.
Elijah Baker.
And
that
he's
guy.
very good as well.
He is amazing. And it looks like the pass was intended for number 6, Calvin McGillis, but it is an incomplete pass, and they'll unfortunately not be able to score a 2-point conversion, bringing up their lead by even more.
(26-14). McBain up. Minute 33 left before halftime. There is still a chance that Manton can score. I've seen it before. You only need about 10 seconds to score a touchdown. Like as we seen the first play for the Ramblers, Isaac Bosch just took the snap and ran right up the gun.
Just an overall great play. I mean, running right up the gun. It's just like it's a very good strategy. I mean, like the blockers, they just have to be perfect in all their blocking schemes to be able to run right up the middle and score and be able to just make it so you could be able to score a touchdown.
Number 1, Andrew Phillips, along with number 5, Logan Baker.
McGill is set to kick off.
And it is a short kick. It seems as it goes right between the legs of one of the. And number 1, he does a little bit. He does a little finesse move and it looks like there is somebody still on the ground. I think that might be Wyatt Zeiderveen, the freshman, and then that's just. But let's talk about that one. When Andrew Phillips just able to use, he just did a little bit of a juke move. Was able to make Isaac Boss miss and just was able to go up the field and was tackled by a lot of Ramblers. Just a great play.
It looks like there might be. Looks like there was 2 Ramblers on the ground there.
Now, commonly with some of these tackles, when a bunch of people go to get tackles, their heads might collide, or like just your body's just gonna be more like going to certain spots that just is not used to going into, and it's very common for this type of stuff to happen. I mean, yesterday it happened where I was in a situation where we were just trying to get this one guy, and thankfully we came out okay, but me and this one kid named Jerry Jones, I think that's his last name, were just made head-to-head contact, but we were fine and Wyatt Zeider being able to get up and he was on the ground for a little bit, but he was able to get up and just hopefully he was able to recover fast and just be able to get back out in the field and play. Because he's been a phenomenal player for them so far. I mean, in some of the games, one of the games I think he blocked a punt, and then he's just been the freshman has been showing a dominant display of football. And we will go back to your regular scheduled football game, and the Manton Rangers have the ball, just in case if you forgot, and they are on the 35-yard line. There is 1 minute and 27 seconds left in this quarter before the first half is done, and Manton just needs to score off of this, they just have to score off of this drive, or they're just going to be risking. They do us a little pitch and hands it off. A pitch to number 24.
Pitch out to number 24.
Lincoln Hicks, and he was running down the field and he saw a lot of Ramblers and he was like, it's probably not going to be the best idea to go head on straight at him. So he ran out of bounds, and he also ran out of bounds for strategic purposes because running out of bounds stops the clock. So that's probably the reason why he ran out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to get that clock management.
Winters under center again. and he does a little bit of a pass, and he scrambles, and he's almost tackled by, and he's almost tackled by Bryce Acom, but Bryce missed the tackle, and then he was able to throw it downfield to number 1, Phillips.
And he did catch the pass, but he did catch it out of bounds.
Oh, that's just the one thing that schools need to work on our football programs is the toe tap. The toe tap, it's a small thing, but if you get really good at it, you will dominate a football field, because then the team can literally just throw it to you at the sidelines and you will catch it. So that's just a very important thing to learn, in my opinion, if you're a wide receiver.
And you want to go to the collegiate level for sure.
Winters under center again. Motion, and then it hands it off right to number. No, wait, it's number 5 has it, and he's running down the sidelines using his speed, and is hit by, I think, number
34, Benjamin Rodenbaugh.
Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He's also the second string quarterback too, and in a game where Braylon Pace was hurt, he was able to step up, and I think that was the game against. No, it wasn't against Lake City.
I think it was against Ever, wasn't it?
Yes, it was against Ever, and he stepped up. He did a pretty good job. I mean, they didn't do that much passing plays, but just in the run plays, he just did a great job about just knowing what to do, and But that Manton Rangers play, S tier on the amount of yards they got.
Yeah.
Winters under center. He goes back in the pocket to pass, and he chucks the ball, and I think it was intended for number 1, Andrew Phillips, but it is broken up by number 1, Caleb Abbott. Number one against number 1 action right there. Always love to see the same numbers going against each other. See which number is the best number.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that is always fun to watch. You're right. Even in the NFL too. I know watching the professionals like that, it's a lot of fun to see, and then they talk smack back and forth to each other. When one of them gets a big stop, it's a lot of fun to watch.
I think that was Jonathan Sycamore that knocked him out of bounds. Yep, it was Jonathan Sycamore to get the tackle. And the clock is going to be, no, it's not, but we are going to be done. The clock is going to be stopped at 44.3 seconds to go.
Manton had to call a timeout. They didn't quite get out of bounds and stop that clock. So Manton decided to call a timeout and stop the clock. Smart move. They're on the 31. They're close to the end zone. They just have to manage the clock. That's all. 33 seconds or 44 seconds, excuse me. You can definitely get a touchdown on the 31. And so far on this drive, the Manton offense has just been playing immaculate, just absolutely amazing. Just keep going hard, just like they always do. I don't think there's been any penalties on them though, which is always good.
And just so far the Manton offense, just from the first quarter to this quarter, they've just been their game has just been upped by a lot. They've been playing really well, and they've been just doing phenomenal, and they were able to score 2 touchdowns, so they're on a roll right now. They just need a third one to really get close to that lead. But the ball will be third. It will be third and 7 yards to go, so they got a little bit of.
Third down for the Rangers.
Winters under center, and it is. I think it's a little bit of a. And that. Well, that should be on. On YouTube, you can look up those hardest hitting compilations. That should be on one of them with a. Here Comes the Boom soundtrack over top of it. That was just I don't know who made that big hit, because I was just kind of shocked that happened. But just whoever did that, wow, you really rocked him. Winter's back, and he rushes, and he chucks it downfield to. Oh, it was intended, I think, for Phillips again. Phillips and Winters just really getting connected, and I think
it looked like Caleb Abbott had the stop there, number 1.
Caleb Abbott and then Phillips I think they high-fived each other because so far they've just had it's just been a good battle between the two of them. I mean,
And that good sportsmanship, like you said.
Good sportsmanship. And Manton, when we played their JV team, they were very good sportsmanship. I mean, there was number 75 on their team. He was just a big guy. I mean, he went running towards me, and I was praying a little bit because it was scary, but he was just a nice guy in general. I mean, on the the line before scrimmage, we would say some stuff, like not smack talk, but we would just talk to each other and just sometimes joke around, which is just great sign that hey, these guys are they're competitive, but they also like to have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah. Only about 10 seconds left. It looks like Coach Maloney's going to take a timeout because there was a little confusion by his players. Didn't know quite what they were doing. Frankly, I didn't know either.
For more than 100 years, Evil's General Store has been serving our loyal customers with the finest fresh meats and grocery items at great prices. Enjoy our very own Littletown meat products, including our famous Littletown jerky, Dawn Fresh catering and deli items, and fresh produce. Our friendly staff looks forward to serving you for generations to come at Evil's General Store in beautiful downtown Falmouth and beautiful uptown Reed City. Find dozens of delicious recipes at evilsgeneralstore.com.
And we are back, folks. 10 seconds left before halftime. Looks like McBain.
I think they might just run the ball out because it looks like they're gonna pass the ball. There
is a lot of receivers out, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of Braylon Pace in it for Calvin McGillis. I thought that guy.
Oh,
the pitch! Whoa!
I was not expecting that. There goes Elijah Baker showing off his speed. Gets all the way to the end zone. Almost got tackled by that Ranger. It was number 24, Lincoln Hicks. Ran as fast as he could, but couldn't quite catch the lightning Elijah Baker. He's always been so quick. Even after that injury, he's just so quick.
Now I'm conspiracy theory that this is an Xbox game right now, because you can only see that on Madden right now.
That was quite the play.
Only see that on Madden.
That was quite the play.
I
was not expecting that. Coach Maloney really drew something up there.
Or it might have just been a IQ play by Calvin McGillis and just that. But I think Mr. Maloney was intending for that to happen because it looked like Braylon Pace knew exactly who to throw to, so I think it was just drawn out.
And Calvin made sure he was open, yeah. Very, very, very well done by the Ramblers. Get all the way to the end zone. That was crazy.
It was very crazy. And it looks like that is Spencer.
Spencer Reed gonna kick the extra point.
Spencer Reed, and he kicks the ball, and it's
good! Way to go, Spencer.
Spencer, I have him in broadcasting class, and he is just a delightful guy to be around.
Man of many talents, that is for sure.
He just whenever you see him and he's in the room, he just brings an aura of happiness.
He brightens up the room, that's for sure.
He brightens up the room.
He's a very, very awesome guy.
And that will conclude the first half of this game. McBain Ramblers 32 and Manton Rangers 14. We'll see you in the second half.
The high school band and Mrs. Wiggins would like to honor and recognize the hard work and dedication made by the seniors and their families. At this time, we'd like to recognize those senior band members. First is Annalise Fredine and her parents Daniela and Lars Fredine. Next is Joseph Gandolfi with Mom and Dad Tammy, Joe, and Gary. Next is Fiona Klein with her parents Stephanie and Matt. Next is Cora McLain with her mom Sarah and dad Robert. Next is J.C. Schoner with her mother and stepfather Holly and Wes, and her father and stepmother Dave and Brandy. Next is Erin Van Brocklin with her parents Jessica and Jeremy Hauser. And lastly is Brianna Wilhelm, who again could not be here tonight because of illness. We understand and appreciate all the hours of practice, the rides to and from performance, and financial obligations that you have endured. Music is a crucial part of our youth's education, and we would like to thank you for giving your child that opportunity. Thank you, seniors and parents, for your dedication. Let's give these seniors and parents a big hand. Seniors Cora McLain and J.C. Schoner, will your band please take us out this galaxy? Is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the band a big hand. Mrs. Wiggins and the high school band would like to thank all community members for their support for our music programs.
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the McBain Rambler Manton Ranger High School varsity football game. So far tonight, score is 32-14 in McBain's favor. We've got a fresh half. Manton's looking to make up for that, making up that score. Sorry, excuse me. Looks like McBain will receive the kick though. It'll be number 7 for the Rangers to kick it off. Lenny Schmidt.
That last name, that's a fun last name to say. That sounds like a fun last name to say. Schmidt. Huh. Well, Larry Schmidt, you have the coolest last name I've ever heard, so praise to you. It's a short kick. Seems as if there's been a pattern all night to do short kicks because both McBain and Manton have done short kick. Well, it's been mostly Manton doing short kicks. I mean, because they were trying to get like the ball again, but just a lot of short kicks tonight.
McBain will start on the 35. First and 10. The clock didn't run at all because nobody touched the ball after the kickoff. So we got a fresh 12 minutes in the third quarter. McBain looking to keep their momentum, run a couple times, and just score the ball. That's how it's been going here for the Ramblers. Maybe they'll have another trick play. Calvin McGillis will go right over the middle and toss it to Elijah Baker, and Elijah Baker will just turn on the jets, go to the end zone.
Bringing the pace on our start. It looks like it's like a run play right up the middle, but it does not look like it got far. The Manton defense, they actually lost yards. Wow, the Manton defense that was a great play by them. I mean, like throughout the night, just the Manton defense did not look like they had like their momentum going, but they just looked like a little bit like slackish. But now, just judging off of that drive, I could tell that they are pumped up. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make some big stops here pretty soon. Looks like they're going in a shotgun formation. Braden Pace under center, and it is a handoff to I think that is Calvin McGillis.
Yep, the freight train.
The freight train. He did a little bit of a finesse move and made a guy go sliding like he was going down a slip and slide, and that was just a great play. He was able to get about like 2/3 of the way to the first down, and just a great play by Calvin McGillis, the freight train. Braylon Pace under center. Motion. And it is a hand. And there is a flag on the play, but it looked like the ball was handed off to Elijah Baker.
False start on the Ramblers. It'll come right back. I believe it'll be 4th and I don't know. It might say 3rd down. I don't really know.
Yeah, it does. It's this fourth. It's like 3rd down and I think 9 yards to go. And just that play, just doing that. That's not what you want. That's not what you want at all. I mean, doing that, then the guy feels bad that did it because he just looked stupid because he didn't. He moved before the quarterback said like hut and stuff like that. But Braylon Pace on our center, he goes back into the pocket. Throws a bomb to that was intended for Ben Rodenball, but
he almost pulled it down.
Number 14, Zayner Jonigan was able to knock the pass away and preventing the massive play from happening. That was just a great play by number 14, Zayner Jonigan.
It'll be 4th and 9.
Now this is I think this is like the second or like first time that the Manton defense has made a punt happen. I think that is Carson Murphy.
Yeah, Carson Murphy.
For the punt, and it is recovered by number 24, but he is brought down quickly by Shorty Bryce Acom. Just relying on his speed and short stance, or well, a nickname Peyton gave him was Quadzilla during one of the games, and it was just great. A great play by by Bryce Acom was able to get the tackle deep into the Manton like side of the field, and now Manton's in a tight situation right now. I mean,
They're on the 25-yard line.
yeah, they're on the 25-yard line, the standard spot if you were to knee the ball in the end zone in the NFL. I don't know high school rules that much, but apparently some of my friends tell me that it's there entirely different in Winters Hunter Center. A little bit of motion, and they did a little bit of a 2 count again, and then another motion, and it's a pitch to number 5, and a great pitch, and I think number 24, Elijah Baker, was able to.
He tripped him up a little bit.
He tripped him up and was able to cause him to trip a little bit, and causing it to be second down and about 5 yards to go. But just a great play by the McBain defense. They saw the pitch because all night, I mean, Manton has been doing pitches all night. So at this point, they're just getting ready to expect it. So like zone coverage type stuff like that, and they were just able to see that at the back of his head and just able to get his feet tripping up, preventing him from getting a large amount of yards. And it looks like it is going to be another pitch play to number 1, Phillips, and he is tackled by number 6, Calvin McGillis, the freight train. It looks like Calvin McGillis, he is limping a little bit, but he is probably fine because he is a freight train, and trains do not stop, no matter what. Well, unless if you explode the engine, then that will definitely cause it to stop. But I don't think anyone's going to do that to Calvin McGillis.
He's very, very tough. Works really hard.
Yes,
for
he
this
does.
McBain football team.
And he is a senior, so this is his last shot or if he has scholarships, then this might be his last shot. So these seniors are giving it all out in the field this year. Winters under center, and they hand it off to number 8.
Leon Barber.
Leon Barber. Leon Barber able to get a short amount of yards, but now it's third and long to go. They are probably going to do on third down. Well, Christian, what do you think they're going to do?
Actually, I think it's 4th down. Yeah, it is 4th down. It's 4th down and 1. I don't know. I see them trying to punch it like a QB sneak, but they are really close to the McBain end zone here, so I don't really know.
I mean,
it's all up to the Manton coach. He went for it earlier and he converted, but I don't know. We'll see.
They might try a QB sneak again, or they might give it to Leon Barber.
As we've seen down here, he trucked that one McBain defender for the touchdown, dropped his shoulder and just ran right through him. So maybe they can make something happen. It looks like they are going for it.
I think, judging by the formation, they might do a pitch or a QB sneak. I mean,
I think they were trying to get McBain to get a false start.
McBain's been false starting all night.
Yeah, they've been really jumpy.
Just trigger happy.
Oh no. Looked like there was some confusion with the Manton people, and Leon Barber ended up running into Winters.
Oh no, that is not what you want to see.
It was a very, very good attempt. It was just a little bit of miscommunication. It'll happen. They can't dwell on it. They got to just brush it off and keep playing like they have been. This Manton defense came out and they stopped McBain, so let's see if they can do it again.
Because the Manton defense has just been, from like the first half to the second half, they look like they have just improved by a lot. Braylon Pace under center. Hands it off to, I think, Calvin McGillis. And Calvin McGillis is still going, and he sheds a couple of tackles before he is brought down by number 20, Connor Gorner. And that was just a great play by Calvin McGillis, able just to shed tackles left and right, able to get a large amount of yards and getting close to that first down. I think they give it off to Calvin McGillis again. He trucks one of his own guys, but that will happen when you're a freight train, and he is able to get the first down. That's just a normal Calvin McGillis play right there. They just rely on him. I mean, he's just big. He can just punch it right into the hole.
Like your nickname from the freight train. He just goes. Very, very good player.
I think that was Isaac Boss.
Isaac Boss, the ball carrier.
Big gain.
Near the 5-yard line.
He carried a defender on his back for a couple yards until he finally got drugged down. But that was
Second down and 1.
just that McBain mentality, just keep going no matter what. I've seen Calvin, last year I watched Calvin carry 3 defenders on his back and still run about 8 yards. It was insane.
That is just, and Calvin just drops his shoulder and just, I think he trucked a couple of guys, but I think they are a yard short of the end zone.
They were dang sure close.
What a piece of the resistance.
It looks
the
like
end
they have
zone.
literally a foot to go.
Or an inch to go. I don't know.
The tip of the ball is right on the end zone line, I'm pretty sure.
They hand it off to Calvin McGillis, and
He runs right in.
number 13. I think he already knew it was going to be a touchdown, but number 13 was like, I don't want to be in front of that at all.
Yeah. Calvin McGillis had his head down. He was running. He was not going to get stopped by anyone.
I think that was their quarterback. So, yeah, that was their quarterback, Nathan Winter. So that was just a good idea by him just not to get in the way, because I mean, he's the quarterback. So if he gets hurt, then I don't know the backup quarterback for the Manton Rangers, but I'm sure that would be doing just fine. But I don't think you want your starting quarterback to get hurt. And they are going. Thomas Maloney, one of my personal friends, out to kick. He has a bomb for a leg. He kicks 40 yards like it's nothing, and he drains it right down the center, just like he's shooting a gun. Just bam, just goes right down the center in a straight line. Just a great kick by Thomas Maloney. At practice, he regularly kicks like 40-yard field goals, and one time he even went back to 50. I mean, he was a little bit short, but I think he's made one 50-yard field goal before. And he's just a reliable. He's the son of the Coach Maloney, and he's also the second-string quarterback for the JV football team. And he did an amazing job when we were playing against the JV Manton team. I mean, he passed in that game. I got my first touchdown ever, and I started playing in 6th grade, and I've never got a touchdown. Most people get a touchdown like at least once, like even if it's a lineman. And Kiwi, they get a touchdown once. I've never gotten one. He helped me get my first ever touchdown, and I was just very happy about that. And he's just an overall great kicker too, and a great quarterback for our JV team. Back to kick is Thomas Maloney too. He likes to. In the game against Houghton Lake, he kicked the ball like directly right to the goal line. It stopped right at the goal line, and it was like, wow, that was crazy.
Very, very good kick.
Thomas doing his routine of always walking out, and usually he would do a little T-pose, and then he would go out to the left, but that's just a thing, and he does his runner-up and just bombs it all the way down the field, and then he's just good at doing that. And then he is number one doing a little bit of skill moves. He shedded a lot of the tackles, but he is eventually brought down by a boatload of Ramblers. And now this spot right here, this is where the alarms start going off, because right here, several things can happen. If you do not convert, then a sensible person would punt it if they're on 4th down here. But like, if in this position, if you go back for a pass, you always got the risk of a safety. If you go for a run, you always got the risk of a 300-pound gorilla running through the line and just picking them up and throwing them into the end zone. But so this spot right here is just not a good spot to be in overall.
The ball carrier out to the 17-yard line.
I think Isaac Boss, or not. I was gonna give him a nickname, but that nickname doesn't really sound that cool. So, wait, nope, that was not Isaac Boss. My bad. That was Caleb Abbott. I am sorry, Caleb Abbott. Just from up here, I can barely see anything. So my bad. But Caleb Abbott on the tackle, preventing them from getting a large amount of yards. And then it looks like it was a QB sneak, but there might have been a fumble because everybody kind of like, the minute the ball was snapped, everybody just kind of like did a dolphin dive right at that spot. So there could have been a fumble, but I don't think there was. I think it was just a little bit of confusion.
Recovered by the
And
Rangers.
there was a fumble, and it was recovered by the Rangers. So just a little bit of a play that would get some guys worried.
Little scared.
A little scared.
Be 3rd and 8 on their own 17. About 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It'll be Winters under center. 2 receivers far side. And it looks like he's looking to pass. He passes it to number 20, but it's dropped. I believe that's Connor Garno. Dropped the pass. Very, very good attempt.
A very great attempt. He dropped back in the pocket, and he looked to his left and looked to his right, but then he just saw a guy that he thought he was open, and he threw. It was an absolute dot to him, and it was. Oh, looks like they're going to do hurry up football right here.
I can't tell if they're punting it or not. I mean, it kind of looks like it, but I can't tell.
They might do a little trick play, but I mean.
Oh, they're
timeout.
Timeout. Okay, that was a lot of confusion. That's for sure. I know I was for sure confused.
I don't know, but I think number 13 on Manton called the timeout. He looked a little bit of a frustrated, but I think he just called timeout because he knew that. I don't think everybody was on the same page.
Right, just a lot of confusion. And there's no point to having a miscommunication. They lose the ball this close to the McBain end zone. That would have been really silly. So calling a timeout was a smart play, making sure everyone's on the same page.
Just like if there was miscommunication, something really goofy would have happened for the Manton Rangers and probably would have benefited the McBain Ramblers.
Right. All right. Everyone's coming back out on the field.
And I think some of the, they're at a pretty good. I think I see some of the guys that got moved up on on the line. Nope. I accidentally miscommunicate some other guys for. It is a punt and.
It's a short punt.
Elijah, I think that is Bryce Acom. It was almost able to get the. Ben Ronenbaugh just he was able to stay on his feet, but then he was just taken down by a posse of Rangers.
They're still in the Rangers side though. They're still in between the 50. So they're in really, really good position to score yet again.
Yes.
Just under 4 minutes. 39-14 is the score. McBain in the lead.
Yes. Just this now right here. Yeah, like you said, they're in decent field position, but McBain, if they want to if the guys from JV want to have a chance to be able to be in this game, I think McBain would have to want to feel comfortable scoring one more point before they get to do that.
Pace looking to pass. Goes over the middle, finds McGillis a little too high. Very, very smart play. Just a little high in the pass. If McGillis would have caught that, he would have had an open field, and he probably would have scored. Because he can shed the there was one defender on him, but he probably would have shedded that tackle. We all know it.
Calvin McGillis, I think a few games ago, I think the game against, I think it was a game against Pine River or something like that. Braylon Pace threw an absolute bomb to him, and he caught it, and then he, on the 5-yard line, he was able to run in for a touchdown. It was an absolute bomb of a play. And that right there almost happened again, but thankfully for the Manton Rangers, it was overthrown, and now it is 2nd down.
Oh. There's the Rangers having a big stop. I believe it was number 11. I couldn't really see.
Yeah, number 11, Steven Makaborski. Makaborski just did a great play on that. Just did a great job on that play and was able to just get in there and get the tackle and prevent him from a huge gain. And now it is 3rd and long for the McBain Ramblers in a shotgun formation. Braylon Pace back to throw, and it hit while he's throwing, and again it was for his number 1 target, Calvin McGillis, but it is overthrown. Calvin McGillis and Braylon Pace Braylon Pace just loves throwing.
They have a lot of chemistry.
They have a lot of chemistry.
They've been playing together for a long time, and they know how each other play. They both work hard and they both play hard. It's very fun to watch.
And McBain, for the 2nd time today, is going to have to punt the ball.
This Ranger defense came out of halftime on fire. defense has been stopping them like crazy.
Mm-hmm. And there's a late flag.
Connor Murphy.
Looks like maybe a little bit too much celebration.
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell. We'll wait for the ref to make the call here. If it is a late celebration, McBain gets a guaranteed first down.
Yeah. I mean, wait, I think the ref's about to make the call.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, I think, on the Rangers. Yep.
That is just not what you want to see.
I believe McBain gets a first down.
But unsportsmanlike conduct, wait, the refs are talking?
You just got to, after a call like that, you just got to talk to the player that made that mistake. Just calm down a little bit. Yes, you had a great play, but you just got to watch yourself a little bit. And just like the other penalties, you just got to roll it off your shoulder and just keep playing hard.
The unsportsmanlike conduct play is just the one, if you get it, you just automatically are just to feel really bad. I mean, in the game against Lake City, I got a little bit heated. I accidentally did a late, the Pine River kid jabbed me in the throat, and then I got a little bit angry, and I pushed him all the way to the track. Or no, wait, no, I didn't. But I got a little bit angry. I'm just going to say that. And I got into sportsmanlike conduct, and I was out for a lot of the game. But then when I came back in the game, I played very good. And it's just, you got to just learn to calm down and just not celebrate, because that is just, you just don't want to do that.
It looked like Manton ended up with the ball. I guess it was fourth down, and they did stop, so... But it looks like they got the ball brought back quite a ways, excuse me.
And it is a quick throw. Oh, it is knocked away by number 20. Number 22,
Jacob Billett. He almost caught that with one hand. That would have been insane. He had his hand around like the point of the ball, and he almost grabbed it. When he tried to bring it down, it slipped out of his hand. That was almost a really, really amazing play by Jacob Billett.
If he would have intercepted that, it would have been just like a play that J.J. Watt did against the Lions during the Thanksgiving Day game. Now, I'm not a Lions fan personally. I'm a Packers fan, so I don't really watch Lions games, but I'm just always, whenever I go over for Thanksgiving, my family's always playing the Lions game. And I'm like, I don't really want to watch that. And they handed it off to number 8, and I think he's taken down by a pack of Ramblers. They do hand it off to number 8, Leon Barber.
And there's the McBain defensive line just being that brick wall again.
Just being the brick wall.
Just as soon as you get to him, you're done. Just sit them right down. It's really, really fun to watch, that's for sure.
And they behave just like a brick wall. I would know personally. I'm not going to give any more information about that subject.
All right, 3rd and long here for the Rangers. Winters under center. Looks to pass, and there's Jacob Billett rushing, and the quarterback managed to get it out, but Jacob Billett just blasted off that line, no blockers, and he just ran right for Winters. Almost got him, not quite, and Winters managed to throw the ball away, so there wasn't a big loss.
Winters just did a great, Winters.
Very, very smart.
Yes, he was very, very smart, because if you're getting tackled, I mean, you don't want to hold on to the ball. I mean, you just want to chuck it at the ground so it's an incomplete pass. But just the McBain defense just did a great job of just running in and being able to get the tackle. Well, not the tackle, but being able to force the quarterback to throw it. And possibly, I thought that would be ruled a fumble, but no, it was not. But it's the McBain defense just did. There is a flag on the play, I think. Nope, there is not. It is 4th down. My bad.
Yeah, kind of looks like. Nope, Manton's just going to punt it. Very smart play from where they are on the field.
Yeah, a very smart play.
Looks like McBain's ready to rush.
Flag
looks
on
like
the
maybe
play.
a false start, offsides maybe. I can't really tell. But Shorty, Bryce Acom, he was ready to block that punt. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him.
Right before that flag was thrown, he was already halfway there. There's no way he would not have blocked that.
I mean, I started to see him once he slowed down, but he got in there. He blasted right through that, and he just has been constantly doing that. I mean, all the games that they played, just no one expects him to go out like on the side to be able to get the block.
It looks like there was a penalty on the Rangers. Brought him back 5 more yards. It'll be 4th and 13. Looking to punt it yet again. There's Shorty again. He almost got to, but not quite.
And then I think Ben run ball back again to see if the punt, and then that slide, that one. Oh, it looks like he is a little bit hurt, but he's able to recover because I think it's a rule that if like the guy touches it and it like fumbles, that means like. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about an onside kick. My bad. But he slid, and for a second I thought he was gonna like lose control of the ball, but nope. Thankfully he was able to get the ball, and then the Manton Rangers have the McBain Ramblers in excellent field position.
Only a minute 22 left in this third quarter. McBain with a T formation. Braylon Pace under center. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Elijah Baker. He goes right up the middle. Runs right through a defender pretty much. He gets about 5 yards. There's Elijah Baker coming off that injury, working just as hard as he can.
Elijah Baker just able to run right up the gut and just truck the defender, and then before getting tackled.
Actually, that might have been Bryce Acom. I think that was Bryce Acom. That's my bad.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was
I
Bryce
see Elijah
Acom.
Baker on the sideline now. I'm like, whoops. All right,
It
that
was
was Bryce
Bryce
Acom. Still working just as hard as he can.
They hand it off to Calvin McGillis. And
flag on the play.
Number 6, Calvin McGillis, the ball carrier.
We'll see what that's about.
But if there was not a flag on the play, that'd be one of the rare instances where Calvin McGillis is stopped and like without after getting like a big gain or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
right.
usually he gets like large amount of gains.
Holding, I believe. No, face mask on the Rangers.
Ooh, the Rangers. Like I think at the beginning of this half, you said that the Rangers. Or did you say the Rangers defense was getting any flags? So and now just the words that you said have been. Were
a lot of silly mistakes, but hey, you just gotta brush it off. Coach just gotta tell him, just calm down a little bit. The game's you can still come back. It's only 25 points. You gotta think that's only what 4 touchdowns and 1 extra point. That's very much so makeable in 12 minutes.
Yes,
it is.
I've seen it very
before.
makeable.
I've seen it before.
It is very makeable, but that's in like the 1000th percentile to like happen.
Hey, last year when McBain played against Muskegon Heights, they came back from I believe it was 30-something 0.
It looks like I think that was Isaac Boss doing a little bit of a strut of dominance while walking, but Isaac Boss was able to jump up like a basketball player trying to get a rebound to be able to catch the ball, pull it in, and it is brought down on the 23-yard line. That was just an amazing play. But, yeah, these types of comebacks have happened. I mean, when Lake City played McBain here, Lake City made the greatest comeback ever.
Right, see, I've seen it before.
Elijah Baker is still moving and is still fighting and is brought down by a posse of Rangers.
Stops at about the 7-yard line.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 39-14. McBain still up in the lead. McBain in very, very good spot to score yet again. And if they score, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this game will be put away. This will be the dagger, I think, if they can get it. If they can punch this one in.
But the Lake City game, that game was like absolutely like detrimental to like the McBain Ramblers like confidence and stuff like that, because I think they held the title for like 4 years in a row.
I believe so.
And then they just, I mean, I was like a neutral person on that side while Peyton was just shocked. I was just going like, the Lake City Trojans made the greatest comeback in the Highland Conference history and stuff like that. But
yeah, you got to give credit where credit is due. Lake City played impeccable for that second half. It took them 2 quarters to come back from that lead, and they won in overtime, I believe.
They did.
It was a lot. That was a very exciting game to watch. Definitely on the edge of your seat. Just waiting to see the outcome.
But the unfortunate thing about this game is that means that there is for like the JV, there's only 1 more football game left, and if McBain makes the playoffs, they got a lot more games left. But This means that it's towards the end, the best time of the year, the football season, which brings a tear to my eye. Not literally right now, but yeah, I'm trying to make a cinematic type things, but yeah. And McBain is on the, I think the ball is on the 5-yard line.
It is. First and goal. Pace looking to throw. Looks like he got Carson Murphy in the end zone. I believe that was Carson Murphy. I could be totally wrong.
Touchdown, Rambler.
There was a very aggravated Ranger player there. He threw one of the end zone posts almost to the track. That was... I've not seen that before.
I've not seen that either. I feel like I thought that, well...
I could be wrong. It could have been accidentally kicked. I don't really know, but...
Yeah. But that's just... Whoever did that, I mean, if it's a McBain side, then both sides doing that, that's like, why would you do that? But
either side. Like I said, it might have been kicked, but...
What, is that?
That's Bryce Acom.
Is that Bryce?
That's Bryce Acom looking to kick an extra point here.
Huh?
And he puts it right through the middle.
Just everybody is like, you get a kicking chance. You get a kicking chance. They're just handing it out like it's candy right now. First it was Spencer. Now it is Bryce Acom.
Well, they've all made them, so there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there is nothing wrong with that. But just this, it's just weird seeing that. Not like, because usually it's Thomas Maloney or Calvin Gillis, but it's just weird seeing people that you're not used to.
A bunch of different people.
Uh-huh.
Coach trying to give everyone a chance.
Uh-huh.
And that's really cool from him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in my opinion, it might be considered like, well, no, it's not considered taunt, like a type of. No. I mean, for a second I thought it was like, well, they know that's not their natural kicker, but no, just now thinking about it, it's not. It's just giving people a different chance to be able to have a chance to kick.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
McBain scored with only 8 seconds into this fourth quarter. It is now 46-14.
And they have Bryce. They have Bryce Acom to kick the ball after Thomas Maloney kicked an absolute bomb all the way back to like the 15-yard line.
Just in case you didn't see that football, my cameraman Cole really zoomed up on it. I don't really know why, but he wanted to.
And
man, he boots it.
A boot, and it is out of bounds. I think that isn't that a
it's
flag?
a penalty. Not really anything. I don't remember I don't know what it's called specifically, but they don't really show. The ref doesn't really do anything.
No.
It just goes to the 25-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, it just does that automatically.
Right. And that was made because a lot of kickers would just kick it out of bounds, so they didn't have a chance to gain a bunch of yards. And that was a very they really needed to make that penalty.
That your generosity for Isaiah Benavides ended up being $544. So thank you for your generosity, and I'm sure the family can use it and also continue the family. And
tonight they're doing a fundraiser for, I think, cancer, or just awareness for certain situations, which is a very good deed to do. And now we're back to the football. It's a little bit of pitch to Phillips, and Phillips using his speed, and he has been, I think that was Calvin McGillis with that.
It looked like he tried to strip the ball out of there. He couldn't quite get to it. But that was Phillips really showcasing off his speed there. Turned on the Jets. Got about, I believe, 18-ish yards. Very, very well done.
Thing about seeing big guys is that usually they're big. They're not that fast. But some guys, I know some guys that are absolutely massive, but they can still run.
They're still
they're really fast.
Really fast.
Winter's under center, and he does a little bit pivot and to number 5, and he does a little bit of juke moves before he is taken down by number 6. Logan Baker on the carry and he is tackled by Calvin McGillis for the back-to-back big plays. It's a great job by Calvin McGillis. But, and now Winters under center again. And it's a little
It's a handoff straight up the middle
a
to
handoff
Leon
straight up
Barber.
Leon Barber.
Number 8.
All
Leon
reliable.
Barber, the ball carrier, stopped
And
at the 40-yard line.
Well, stopped at the 40-yard line, and he is. They
First
probably
down,
they're.
Rangers.
Oh, it is a first down.
On the stop, number 7, Avery DeRedder.
It is a first down, so that's great for the Manton offense. They're getting closer to the end zone and score a touchdown. And now the Winters under center again. Motion, and then they do a little fake pivot. They throw it right to the running back, and he goes upfield, and he is still going and sheds a couple of tackles before he's brought down by number 20, Landon Keller. That was just a great play by Leon Barber. They did the little pass play. Winters saw that he was open, passed the ball to Leon Barber, and then Leon Barber just turned on the boosters and just ran upfield and got a good chunk amount of yards, and they got closer to the end zone. Winters under center. Does a handoff to, well, nope, it is a fumble all the way back. Oh my goodness. That is not what you want to see at all. I mean, they fumbled it all the way back to the 40-yard line. That's just detrimental. I mean, we've had kind of a little bit of a fumble-rooski this game. I mean, there's been a couple of fumbles, but not a lot of them. But just this one is, I mean, just not a good situation at all. But now the Manton offense should probably do a lot more pass plays now, because they're just back so far, and now Winters gets to show off his arm strength and be able to throw deep bombs like Patrick Mahomes. Never mind, they're going to hand it off to Phillips, and Phillips gets a good chunk of yardage before he's brought down.
Made up almost that entire penalty.
Uh-huh.
Inside the 30-yard line.
But now they're like remotely back to where they were. Remotely back to where they were, and now there is an injury on the field.
And we'll take a break, and we'll be back when we're
Northern Truck Service, established in 2015 by John Skierbeck. It's a full diesel mechanic shop that can do anything from changing a light bulb to a full rebuild. With a stock of most parts, they can get you back on the road in no time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Both teams coming back out in the field.
There was a little bit of an injury, but he was able to get up safely, and I think he is good now. And now back to the main event, football, we all came here to see. And so now the Manton offense, it's about 7 minutes left in the game in total, and they've been on a roll. They've got a big fumble, but they've recovered some of that, and they hand it off to Leon Barber. And Leon Barber is That was a blazing speed. Is that Usain Bolt out there? Like, but I mean, he's a little bit shorter than Usain Bolt, but well, I don't
Still,
know.
that
But
was
still,
that was
that
really
just
fast.
impressive. He was just like going speed, power, and just was able to go right up the center of the right up the center and able to get a good chunkage of yardage. And now that entire like fumble that happened, that is blown out. That is in the past. They don't have to worry about that anymore.
Now they're in the red zone. It's 1st and goal.
Uh-huh. They hand it off to Leon Barber again, and I think he is in for the touchdown. That will be a touchdown for the Manton Rangers. And now this game is getting a little bit closer, 46-20. Now, this game is getting the McBain is on the edge right now because they're getting PTSD from Lake City. I mean, well, if it was 30-0, then they would straight up get PTSD. But luckily, it wasn't 30-0, so they don't have to worry about that. To kick for the Manton Rangers is number 7, and it is no good.
Looked like it was straight left the post.
Uh-huh. Now, McBain probably right now, they're just going to run out the ball. I mean, it's just a reasonable thing to do because they're already in the lead by a lot. And they just want to run out the clock, so they're just going to probably run the ball right up the middle. One thing I would like to see happen, and now I don't think this has ever happened before, but a good old, like there's a handoff play, but then a lineman breaks through the line and takes the direct handoff from the quarterback and runs it all the way back for a touchdown.
What?
So I'd like to see, like the defensive lineup, the defensive lineman, like the center defensive lineman, penetrates right through the line, and as the quarterback is turning to hand it off, the defensive lineman grabs the handoff and runs it all the way back for a touchdown.
Huh.
That is unlikely to happen, but I have seen it actually once happen. I've seen it once, and I have it recorded. But yeah, I've seen it once happen before.
Sounded like something straight from a movie I've watched. It's called Varsity Blues.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Along back for McBain, number 2, Isaac Boss, along with number 24, Elijah Baker.
Number 7 ready to kick off. It's an onside kick. McBain it bounces off a McBain player, but they still recover it. 6:58 left in the game.
That onside kick covered by
McBain has it at, I think, exactly a 50-yard line, which is kind of crazy.
Onside kick covered by number 55.
The student section cheering up their boys. Just always a student section, but just sometimes I find student sections the funniest thing ever because when I was at Houghton Lake during the game, Houghton Lake was down like 36-0, and the student section was still having like the greatest time of their life. But yeah, personally, I've never been in that because I'm up here giving you, ladies and gentlemen, a great commentary. So I haven't been down there. Now, don't feel bad because I kind of like being up here because they're all freezing to death while I'm up here in a cold, in a nice warm deer blind. So in the end of, about got 6 minutes left, and this game so far has just been a phenomenal game. I mean, at first we thought it was going to be a blowout. I mean, McBain was just pummeling the Manton Rangers, but then the Manton Rangers started making a comeback, started scoring points, and now we got a game on hand. I mean, like, it's 46-20, so it's a very close margin. So Manton has to play like entirely clutch to be able to come back and win this game. I mean, they might have to call the Lake City head coach to be able to ask him how to do it. But I think Marion's head coach is doing pretty good. And now we are back to football. The McBain Ramblers have the ball on the 40-yard, exactly the 40-yard line. Nope, the 49-yard line. Yeah, the 49-yard line, and Braylon Pace under center. snaps the ball and hands it off to, I think that's number 20. Well, whoever, hands it off to number 22. Jacob Billett able to get a large amount of yards and able to get a McBain first down. And Xander Jonikin was able to stop him from getting a large amount of yards. He was just, number 22 was just blazing down the field, and was going to get a large amount of chunks, but then he came out of nowhere. The one guy came out of nowhere and helped it stop that large chunk from happening.
6:21 left in this game. Pace hands it off. Looks like there's a little bit of a fumble on the play. Looks like Manton has gotten it. And just like that, after a big gain like that, just a little silly mistake. The ball's a little wet probably. And there's a fumble.
Ball's a little bit moist, so that's just sometimes a problem.
At the 37-yard line of Manton, 1st and 10.
But just Manton gets the ball, and it is 10 yards to go. The ball is on the 37-yard line, so this is just excuse me. It's somewhat great field position, but then they do a pass, and it is.
I think they're gonna call that an incomplete pass.
Yep,
I don't think they would have called that a fumble. He didn't quite have possession of it.
Oh, if that was a fumble, it would have been a bad day.
2nd down and 10 for the Rangers.
2nd and 10. 6 minutes left.
Now, this is the point where some of the flex players are able to come up and show what they are worth, and I think Phillips is able to go up the field, but from right here, I don't know why. Phillips gives me a lot of the vibes of Jamar Chase. Just when I see him, he just looks like he's built like Jamar Chase, in my opinion. I mean, he might not. I mean, I can only see him from like all the way up here, but to me he just looks like he's built like Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase, I mean, I doubt he's watching this, but bro, you're on my fantasy team. Can you please at least give me a couple of points? But just yeah, but he just is built a lot like him, and I can just see that from up here. And then, but during this timeout, there's just, I mean, wait 1 second, if Jerry Jude is watching this, can you please step up too a little bit? But, now, the Marion is on the 46, Manton.
There you go.
Sorry, and then it is is this SummerSlam or is this football? I mean, that was like a full-on WWE move right there, and he would just suplexed him like he was I haven't watched WWE in forever, but I was gonna name off a guy. I mean, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but I think his name was like no, never mind. But that's just full-on like a WWE move. I think sometimes suplexes are like illegal moves, but just yeah. And now Manton is on the 46, and they run it right up the gut, and I think Leon Barber gets the run, and he's still going, and thankfully Caleb Abbott is able to get the tackle. And now we are on. Christian, what'd you think about that play?
I'm not Christian.
Whoa, what happened to Christian? It seems as if we got Ryan over here. I think Ryan hasn't done a football game yet, but Leon Barber was able to get a couple of yards. Then Ryan, what'd you think about that play?
You know,
Oh.
what's your thoughts on the play?
My thoughts on the play, that was just an excellent play. I mean, he ran it right up the gut. He was able to get the first down, and just they're getting closer to that amazing touchdown. If I knew how to say words in French, I would say amazing in French, but I don't know how to speak French. Winters under center, and it is a little bit of a, like a, and then he is taken, Phillips is taken out of bounds by I think, a pack of Ramblers.
A whole pack of them.
Yes, a whole pack of Ramblers. Now, Ryan, what'd you think about that play?
You know, I think that McBain is starting to kind of stop the Manton's momentum that they're building. They're building up to this point. Yeah. So.
Yes, great words by Ryan.
Yeah.
Just an excellent breakdown of that play. Winters under center, and he hands it right off to Leon Barber, and was nowhere. It looks like someone does have an owie on the field. So, nope, he does not. He got up straight up fine. I think he's fine. He might just have to go get a Band-Aid real quick, but then he'll probably be back. Now, this is entirely off topic, but my favorite Band-Aids are the Super Mario themed Band-Aids. I mean, whenever I go to the store with my mom, I mean, I'm 15 years old, and I'm like, Mom, get me these right now.
I go for the Minecraft ones personally.
You are dead to me.
Wow.
Winters gets the ball, and Leon Barber runs right up the middle, and he is grabbed by the jersey. There might have been. I was hoping that I would see a big rip, but then the jersey came back. But whenever that happens, that hurts a lot because it's like a rubber band.
Yeah, no, he dragged him like 3 or 4 yards there.
It just shows how much strength are behind these guys and how much leg power they have. And it's just crazy how most of these guys, I don't know, but one of these guys might make it farther to like Division I college football or even the NFL.
Or at least hopefully to the touchdown line.
Yes, hopefully to the touchdown line. Or the end zone. And now Marion is closer. Manton. I'm sorry, Manton. They throw. Winters is almost tackled, but he keeps on running and is taken down by Elijah Baker. Elijah Baker staring him down like he's one of those like teddy bears that sometimes you play like WWE on your bed at like 3 in the morning. But yeah, just a great job by Elijah Baker to be able to tackle him.
He's fast.
Yes, he is very fast. I mean, he is faster than me. He just has that small size, just the speed. I mean, usually with smaller people, they have less weight to carry. So that means like they can do steps faster and faster. My mom's a science teacher, so I know that.
Okay.
But McBain has the ball on the 22-yard line, and they're just now they're just gonna probably run out the ball. It looks like they're gonna pass the ball. I mean, a big twist in events.
Yeah, 2:47 left on the clock of the 4th quarter.
And nope, they're gonna run the ball, and it is brought down immediately. I mean, I think 56 looks like he has pumped up, and that was number 56. Waylon Perkis was able to tackle him. And that last name, I love that last name. So yep, big respects to that last name, and just a great play by the Manton defense. Ryan, what'd you think about that defensive play?
Well, yeah, so they were attempting to pass it off to Bryce Akram, which, you know, he's really, really fast, but he has to get through that first line of defense before he can really show it. So they have to take him down quickly. Yes,
very quickly, or else he's going to be gone like I don't know, but like he's going to be gone like something that's fast.
Like a car.
Yes, a car. And it looks like they have it handed off to Caleb Miller. Now, Caleb Miller, I play with him. He is a scary guy. I mean, when he's angry, Jacob Billett, I am very sorry. I've done a lot of please do, well, never mind. I cannot say that. But just a great job by Caleb Billett, able to go around the sides and go out of bounds. that's not. I mean, you got like a little bit more time in the game, but just a great play by him. Ryan, what did you think? Well, you know what? Just say your thoughts.
Well, first, it's not Caleb Billett, it's Jacob Billett.
Anything else? Well, okay, Ryan right now, he has to take a little bit break. His throat was kind of sore. But they're back in a shotgun, and like it looks like a shotgun formation. And they go Ben Rodenbaugh for quarterback, and he goes to rush. He passes it to number 8, Blaine Houston, and that's just a great play by Ben Rodenbaugh. Blaine Houston.
Yeah, the Ramblers are they're not giving up. I mean, they're pushing through to the end.
In that good old student section, you can always be reliable to scream at the top of their lungs, even though their team is getting blown out 46-0. They're so reliable.
Yeah, no, it's good to see some team spirit.
And then they handed it off to number, I think that was number 20. 20.
Landon Keller.
Landon Keller.
I believe he's a junior this year.
Oh, well then, that is very interesting. and now there's 54, 53. Let's just say 50 seconds left on the clock, and I think McBain's just gonna run out the clock for the rest of the time. They're taking their sweet time. It's like my grandma trying to go up a fleet of 2 stairs. It takes a little bit, but I mean, at the end, it's worth it.
Oh, we're getting there. They're getting there. They're running it.
And they hand it off to
number 8.
And he is tackled by
Blaine Houston.
Yep. And the McBain players waving their hands up in the air, and there is 6. I think now we are in the. Okay, so what I believe is going to happen for the next like 8 seconds is that the Manton Rangers are going to make a crazy comeback, score 15 touchdowns, and then at the end of that, well, the game's over, so never mind about that. So the final score of this game is McBain Ramblers 46 and the Manton Rangers 20. I am Grayson Guernsey, and I am joined here by
Ryan Kirkby
and our cameraman
Cole Engelwright, and our alternative announcer Christian Mitchell.
And then we got our score guy Ryan Bell, and we will see you next week playing against we're going to play against Muskegon Heights, and we'll see you then. This is Grayson Guernsey signing off.
Have a great night, folks.